Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video and I'm working on a single page here from my New York album. So I do have that right here. And I've picked out a couple of things, but I'm not sure how I feel about them. I definitely want to use these because this was my arrival at Guardia and it was the first time I had ever flown in there. And just from that one experience of flying in and out, I don't know that I ever want to again. I much prefer JFK. Dare I say, I even prefer Newark to this. It just didn't have a good feel to it. It was a total hassle getting in and out of there. So I took some pictures. I want to include those. And I cut this one down, and I don't remember why. I think there was something up here I didn't like, so I cut that off. I need a card here so that I can do my journaling about this experience. And then I have this, which is my transit, because I went from there. I had to take a bus to get out of the airport, so I took that. Then I had to transfer to a train in Manhattan to get up to the cloisters where I was meeting my friend. So it was kind of a long haul and cumbersome to get out of there. So I have that. And I had this stuck in there. And I'm not sure why, because I do love New York, but I didn't love this experience. So I'm not sure why I threw that in there. I think I put it as a maybe or something. But I think I'm going to switch that out. I have plenty of other places I could likely use that, and it would be more appropriate than here. So I do have my handy dandy NYC bin of stuff here. So I'm going to start with that, go through there, see if I've already put any cards in here that might work better, if there are any embellishments that work with the whole airport thing. We'll just see. So in there, I didn't find a card that I thought worked really well with this. I went into my general travel stuff and I found this one. I forgot I had this. It's a newer set that I bought, digital, and haven't used a whole lot of it yet. So that's perfect because I was by myself. The gray, black, and white really works well with this. And it gives me some options where here, if I choose a black and white journaling card, I can do kind of any color I want. I do have some blue, some sort of pinky, red, purpley tones here. Not sure what I would do with that, but it does give me options. So now I will look for a journal card and embellishments. So I've pulled out a ton of my embellishments here to go through there and see if anything will fit. But I also realized I still have to find background for this photo because it's not a true 3x4 anymore. And I pulled out my bag of blue scraps here. And I think I actually might want to try this one. This is bolder than what I would normally do. But because everything is so black and white, I love the idea that it's got multiple colors, but it has blue as a base, and I do have blue in there. So I think I'm just going to cut it down, lay this on top, and see if I like it. If I don't, I can always find something else. All right, I cut that down, and I like it. There is a part of me that thinks I should cut it down even more, maybe like on this side, and then matte it in white, just so that it doesn't blend in so much, but I'm not sure about that. I think I'm going to kind of work on the other stuff and then come back to that and see how I feel. But I like that because this is cut a little bit, it does leave me some room where I could overlap an embellishment there if I want. And then also when I was looking at this card, this is perfect. This space is. I think I'm going to try to find some small alphas and put in the airport code for LaGuardia there, since I have that room. Hopefully I have some small enough. I think I do, but I'm going to go in search of those as well. In my stash, I found these. These are from Coco Daisy, and they came with a kit that was kind of Mediterranean, like sort of Greek Mediterranean looking. I don't remember what it was called. It was years ago, if I remember right. And clearly I didn't use a lot of them. I love the color though. It is a brighter blue than what I've got going here, but you know what? I think I could get away with it, and I like that pop of color. Now, size-wise, it's cutting it pretty close. I'm hoping that they actually fit. So again, similar to this, like I'm just going to try it, and if I like it, great. If I don't, then back to the drawing board. When I put the letters on, they were just a hair too big. Dang it. I thought they would fit in there, but they didn't. But I've decided to do this. At first, I was very upset that I would have to overlap that line. Now that I've let it sit there and I look at it, I kind of don't care. I like it. It still gives me plenty of space to journal. It definitely provides visual interest because of the overlapping line, and these are puffy. Hopefully you can see that. They do rise up from the card just a little bit. So I think I'm going to go with those. So I have also decided I am going to do a white border around this photo. I did cut it down a little bit more, so it's slightly smaller than what I showed before, and I'm okay with that. And I'm really not in the mood to have to measure, if I'm honest. So I'm going to do the cheater's way here. I'm just going to take this. Can I fit it this way? Nope, too small. Okay, so I'm gonna go just like this, get the border that I want, and then trim it rather than cutting the white paper first, which is what I normally do. But since I don't want to measure, I'm doing this instead. And voila, there it is, trimmed down with a nice little mat, and it's on the card. And I chose to leave space down here because if these are next to each other, I already have this up top. I wouldn't want something up top here at the edge. I'd want it here to balance that out. So if I do anything, it'll be down here. And then I had thought about doing something here, but I almost feel like I should leave it alone if I have something right on top of it. If I do anything, it would probably be down here somewhere just to add visual interest at the bottom and not have it all at the top. In my stash, I knew I actually had some silver arrows, and I thought, well, that's close enough to gray. Hopefully I can make that work somehow. And so I want to incorporate at least one in here, maybe more. But I have them here, and apparently they're from Kingston Crafts. I don't recognize that brand. I don't remember where I got these. I'm guessing it must be pretty old. There's no date on there because I don't even remember for sure, but it'll work for this layout, so I guess it's fine. I pulled out one of the arrows and I figured out that this one will cover up this 8 minutes walking thing, because I didn't actually have to walk. Right when I came out of the stairs for the subway, I came up and my friend was waiting for me down the street, so I didn't actually have to walk there the rest of the way. So I thought, well, that's fitting. I can cover that up. It looks nice with the layout, and that's kind of solves that problem of what to do on here, so I at least have that. I still feel like I need something here, just don't know what that is yet. All right, I have that on there. It is drying, and as you can see, I did get a little extra glue on there, but it will dry clear. I forgot that I had used up the last of my old one of these, so I had to open the new one, and oh boy, when it's full, you have to be very careful. I barely pushed and just a ton came out, so if you buy this, just be aware that that may happen. I forgot that I had these as well. I believe, if I remember right, a friend actually sent these to me because she wasn't using them. And I'm not a huge fan of the plus line, but I can make it work if I just need a random something. And so I think I'm going to do that here. I may just use one or two around here because I do like the fact that it shows, you know, people were masked. The mask mandate was still in effect here. And so everybody in the airport was masked. And so I think it's just a sign of the times too, date wise. And so I think maybe just including these to draw attention to that might be a good idea. All right, I actually decided to add two because both of these are signs that talk about masks being required. So I figured that would draw the attention to that as well. So I have all of that. That may be all I do here other than my journaling. I feel like it's very monochromatic in a way. I have lots of black, white, and blue, and that's kind of it. There's a tiny little bit of tan there, but I don't mind it. And it's actually, it feels very New York to me. If you've ever watched any kind of thing about fashion and whatever, apparently like black is the staple of the New York wardrobe. So I don't know that I could get along there. I do love black, but I need other colors as well. And you can even see it in this picture. That's kind of what's happening there. It's a very neutral and black-based palette there. So I think maybe this one is done and I don't need to do anything else. I can always add more later, but for now, I think this is it. So here's another one finished for New York. Thanks for watching.